everyone, welcome back. I'm Kat, calling me Rita's fine as well. It's been a little bit since my last upload and I felt it was about time for a check-in. This is a vlog today, but I don't feel like being on camera, so you're also getting a sketchbook session. I do apologize about the lighting. I filmed this at my computer desk and that's really not ideal for filming. Um, July really flew by and I kind of feel like I didn't get as much accomplished as I would have liked. Somehow it's August already. Not sure how that happened. To be perfectly honest, I knew July was going to be a light productivity month for me. I did start a new job at the end of June, and my daily schedule was vastly different than my previous schedule. And I'm still adjusting to that. I do like not having to rush to get to work in the morning, but I do get out of work at 7, which means I get home somewhere between 7:20 and 7:30 most nights. And considering I still go to bed at the time I had been going to bed, I feel like I don't have a lot of time in the evenings to actually do things. So I'm still figuring out how to make that work for me. It's not terrible. Like I said, the new job has been a good move. Been extremely good change as far as stress levels go. So that's good. It just also, it is July. We're in the middle of summer. On days when I am available, I'm out and doing things with people. We had our annual beach episode a couple of weeks ago with my friends, and that was really good, and I really needed that. But that does mean it ate up my weekend, so I didn't have a lot of time to do things. Additionally, I am in a section of the United States where we definitely get summer, and we've had some really hot days, which kind of knocked me out. I do live in an old house. I have a window AC units, and it's fine in the house. But there is something about being very hot that still takes a lot out of me, even if that hot is outside and the house is cool. I don't actually like being in air conditioning for extended periods of time. I feel like I joke a lot about being the human equivalent of a plant, and that plant is an orchid. So if I'm not kept in exactly the right conditions, I'm gonna feel like I'm dying. Also, we did have some really horrendously bad air quality days because of the Canadian wildfires, and we've had those the last 2 summers as well. This year it got exceptionally bad. And if you don't know, I have asthma. I don't have severe asthma. It's technically exercise-induced asthma, but apparently when your air quality hits somewhere between 450 and 500, breathing becomes the exercise. So I did survive that, but it did take me out for quite a while, and recovering from that was something too. So July was a little bit of a wash as far as productivity goes. It's fine. It happens. I mean, what are you gonna do? I do need to give myself a little more credit, honestly. If you've seen my daily doodle videos, I've put 2 of those out. I have not missed a single daily doodle since the day I had to take Jack to the vet. And that was quite a while ago now. That was back in my first daily doodle book, and I'm now into my 3rd one, and those are 60 days each. So I do those every day. Variable quality, but I really enjoy doing it. I need to give myself more credit for doing that every day, because there have been long periods of my life where I didn't do nearly that much, and even 1 sketch a day is something, you know. And the conceit behind that daily doodle book was to give myself those small sketchbooks. They are, I think, 4 by 6 roughly. So it's not very big. It's not intimidating like my 8.5 and 11 by 11 or 9 by 12 sketchbooks that I prefer to work in most of the time, because that feels like a lot of page to cover if you're like, I need to do a page every day or 1 sketch. So those 4 by 6 notebooks were very handy for that. And it was basically just to get myself making marks every day. And now it has become a habit. And it's like I try to journal every day too, which is also a habit. So I feel like my day requires me to do that. And it doesn't take much time. Usually those daily doodles, I kick them out in like a minute or 2. Sometimes I'll spend a little bit more on them, but that wasn't the point. It was just to get me making doodles every day. Like, they don't even have to be good. So I believe right now it is August 2nd. I believe Art Fight ends here in a couple hours, unless it's ended already. I'm not entirely certain. I did only do 3 attacks. It was my first year participating in Art Fight. I wanted to do more, but I did go into Art Fight saying, hey, there's stuff going on and I don't know how much I'm going to be able to participate. So I should be proud of those 3 attacks. I really like the ones I did. I do want to say that Art Fight has motivated me to want to gift art to people outside of that event if I can find the time and the energy, because it's really fun giving art to people. That's really, really cool. I super appreciate everybody who drew art of my characters. I'm going to try to have more characters up next year as well, because I realize I only have Rita and Courtney up on the Art Fight site right now. I would love to add some of my characters from the Galaxy Project, or even from Clear Sight, or some of my other characters. I don't want to have like a million characters up there. I'll probably stick to my main OCs, most likely. I've been on a couple pages and they have like 50 to 100 characters, and I'm like, I don't know, man. That's too many. I have decision paralysis or something. So I had stopped sharing a lot of my sketches online, but I kind of really miss sharing even just those. So I've been working on scanning in sketches from where I left off, sharing that. I did scan in all of the doodles I felt like sharing from my first 2 daily doodle sketchbooks, and I'm working on getting those up. I'm trying not to post them all at once, so I don't flood all of my feeds, but I'm doing them in like chunks of 4. And I feel really good about sharing those. Again, I do want to get more pieces finished and colored, or at least, out of the rough sketch stage. But I'll get there. Again, July has been one heck of a month. I knew it was going to be a busy month to start with, and then summer happened because it's summer in Michigan. Although, to be an old lady for a second, like, temperatures were not like this when I was a kid. I feel when I was growing up, like, getting a day that hit 85 degrees Fahrenheit was notable. Like, that was a hot day. And then, like, if you got a 190-degree day in the summertime, like, that was newsworthy. Now I feel like getting 90-degree days is expected, and I kind of hate it. That's my old lady rant. Climate change is real. Fight me. And again, I am still adjusting to my new work schedule. And I do still need to spend time with friends. Again, getting out of work at 7 has cut out my ability to go to my local knitting night, which has been like a very big mainstay for me for a couple of years. It's 2 hours on Thursdays at the local knitting shop. The people there are already great. I've met a lot of really great people there. My best friend and I go. Hi, Nancy. And losing out on that 2 hours of social time every week has been a little bit rough. So yeah, I definitely, when my friends ask me to hang out on the weekends, I'm going to do that, but that does kind of cut into other things, and that just has to happen because, I am human and we need social time. And, that's very important to me. My friends are very important to me. My friends have made it very clear that I'm very important to them, and, it's important. So I'm not giving that up. I am really looking forward to autumn and some cooler temperatures. I'm not looking forward to winter, but I I think I have finally decided that as far as seasons go, I'd rather I do better in winter than I do in summer. Summers have just been really, really rough on me lately, and the Canadian wildfires don't help with that, because when I struggle to breathe, or can't go outside because the air temperature or the air quality is garbage, that makes it really rough. What else? Okay. Had a migraine yesterday, which it wasn't the worst migraine I've ever had. The visual aura was kind of bad. Like, I always get like this visual aura about exactly half an hour before the pain starts. And, it was kind of a bad one yesterday as far as the visual aura. The migraine itself wasn't terrible, but it was persistent. I did go lay in my bedroom with the lights off and listen to some CDs on a little portable CD player I picked up about a year ago. Now, that migraine was miserable, and I'm still kind of feeling the after effects of it today. I don't know if any of you get migraines like I call it like ghost headaches the following day. It's usually only 24 hours following the migraine, but it's like if I move my head too fast or if I cough too hard, I'll feel the migraine again for a couple seconds. And it really just feels like the inside of my skull is delicate. So I'm feeling a little bit of that today. Part of the reason I don't want to be on camera. I did take a shower, so I'm feeling better, but I also look like I just took a shower and I'm a little scrungly, and I don't really feel like getting myself camera ready. I did forget how much I loved listening to music like that. That was something I used to do a lot growing up, like middle school, high school, is I'd lay on my bed, listen to music. I'd either put something on the boombox, or later when I was an older teen, I got a Discman for Christmas, which is probably one of my favorite Christmas presents that I remember. Um, and I used to just lay on my bed with or without the lights on and think up stories to the music. And I found myself kind of doing that again last night, despite the headache, because I didn't feel bad enough where I couldn't have sound. I've had migraines where I can't stand any kind of sound. It was mostly a light was bothering me. And I found myself listening to some CDs. I've been trying to work my way through my old CD collection to make sure everything still works. And I found myself making up more stories for my OCs to match with the music that I was listening to. It was just really kind of cool to get back to that, because that was something that was a really big thing for me for a long time, and really moved away from that. I feel like I could kind of do that more often, or should do that more often. Like just take some time for myself to allow myself time to imagine and think. I feel like I put on all these distractions all the time for noise. Like I have YouTube going in the background a lot of the time. Um, and like just take some time to just think, let my brain go, do stuff. And music's really good for me for that. But anyway, I hope to be back to a more regular upload schedule-ish thing soon. Like I'm not promising every week. That might be a little bit rough. Plus, I don't know if I have enough ideas for that, unless y'all really like these sketchbook sessions with me blabbing about life updates over top of them. We'll see how that goes. Oh, I guess currently reading, I am rereading Stephen King's The Shining, and I'm really enjoying it. I think The Shining, the movie, is really overrated. Good performances. They're just like, I don't know. I really like the book. And it's been good to reread that. And anyway, I guess that's really all I have for you today. I hope y'all have a good week. I love you, and I'll see you later.